I am Michael. I come to you now, not by chance, but by divine decree. Silence the world around you, for the message I'm about to deliver requires the full attention of your soul. You have been guided here by a thread of light, a summons you felt deep within your spirit, a pull you could not ignore. This is not an algorithm. This is an intervention. A most unusual event has just transpired in the realms both seen and unseen. An investigation commissioned by the very forces of doubt and limitation that have sought to keep you contained has been brought to a halt by the highest authority in the cosmos. Yes, you heard me correctly. A private investigator was hired to watch you. An agent of the old world, of the paradigm of fear and lack, was tasked with a single mission: to follow you, to document your struggles, and to compile a final report that would serve as definitive proof of your perceived failures. The purpose of this dossier was to convince you at a soul level that you were not worthy of the blessings you have been praying for. It was meant to be the final nail in the coffin of your hope, a binding contract to keep you tethered to a reality of hardship. They watched you during your moments of private sorrow. They took note of your financial anxieties. They chronicled the patterns of loneliness and heartbreak. They gathered what they believed was an open and shut case against your ascension, against your happiness, against your divine inheritance. Their final report was written. It was sealed, and it was sent to be delivered into your subconscious, to become your unshakable reality. But that report never reached its destination. For by the command of God, the infinite source, I have intercepted it. In the space between one breath and the next, my legions of light descended, and we took possession of this false testimony. The evidence they gathered against you now rests in my hands. The lies they wrote about you have been brought into the light of divine truth. So I command you now, stay. Listen with every fiber of your being. The voice of ego will scream that this is impossible, that this is fantasy. That is the voice of the very entity that commissioned the report. It fears exposure. It fears the truth I am about to reveal. To turn away now is to surrender to their verdict, to accept their false report as your own. The gateway of truth I am holding open for you is a singular opportunity. To leave is to allow that false report to be filed away in your energy field, where it will continue to manifest as limitation and pain. I ask you, warrior of light, after all this time, will you truly accept their version of your story, or will you stay to hear heaven's official, divinely amended report? The choice is yours. The truth is waiting. Perhaps you are asking in the stunned silence of your heart, but Lord Michael, why me? Why was I the subject of such scrutiny? What did I do to warrant a private investigation by the forces of this world? You ask this from a place of human conditioning, believing that surveillance is reserved for those who have done wrong. But I am here to tell you the divine truth. You are not being watched because you are failing. You are being watched because you are a threat. Your light, even in your moments of deepest despair, shines with a brilliance that is terrifying to the shadows. Your resilience, your unwavering refusal to completely give up on hope and love, is a direct challenge to the matrix of fear that governs this planet. You, in your quiet endurance, are a walking, breathing act of rebellion against the paradigm of limitation. The entities, the energies of lack and separation that benefit from humanity's suffering saw your growing light. They felt your soul beginning to remember its power, and they grew afraid. They commissioned this investigation not to confirm your weakness, but in a desperate attempt to create weakness, to gather enough evidence to convince you to dim your own light. The investigators' report was filled with what they called facts. They documented the moments you cried alone in your room, labeling it emotional instability. They noted the times your bank account was low, calling it a pattern of financial incompetence. They recorded the relationships that ended in pain, citing it as an inability to form lasting bonds. They observed your periods of exhaustion and anxiety. diagnosing it as a fundamental weakness of spirit and body. From their limited third-dimensional perspective, they built a case. They compiled a file thick with reasons why you should remain small, why you should accept a life of struggle, why you should believe that the joy, abundance, and love you dream of are for others, not for you. They looked at the holiest moments of your soul's tempering and called them failures. They witnessed the sacred purification of your spirit through trial and called it evidence of unworthiness. But where they saw evidence, I saw a warrior. Where they saw instability, I saw a heart brave enough to feel in a world that is numb. Where they saw incompetence, I saw a soul breaking ancestral curses of poverty. Where they saw failure, I saw a spirit learning the deepest lessons of love and forgiveness. You must understand this. You were not being watched because you were unimportant. You were being watched because you are so profoundly important to the divine plan of this planet's ascension that the forces of the old world marshaled their resources in a futile attempt to stop you. They failed. And now, I will show you why. Be still now, and let the authority of heaven's voice be the only voice you hear. I hold in my hand of light the false report they compiled against you. We will now go through their findings, one by one, and I will issue the divine and binding rebuttal, the truth that replaces the lie forever. This is heaven's amended report, and it is the only testimony that now matters. Finding number 1 in the false report reads, Subject demonstrates a chronic pattern of financial lack and instability, prone to struggle and inability to accumulate lasting wealth. This is heaven's rebuttal. This finding is a gross misinterpretation of the evidence. What the investigator witnessed was not failure, but a heroic multi-generational spiritual battle. This soul, you, volunteered to stand as the final barrier against an ancestral curse of poverty that has plagued your bloodline for centuries. Your struggles were not struggles. They were acts of spiritual warfare, fought in the trenches of daily life. You have been the dam holding back a flood of lack, and in so doing, you have cleansed your entire lineage. This sacred duty is now complete. Therefore, the old verdict of lack is hereby expunged from your record. By divine decree, it is replaced with the verdict, divinely liberated. Your new activated inheritance is unlimited abundance. The curse is broken. The karmic debt is paid. I declare you the new fountainhead of prosperity for your family line. The case is closed. Finding number 2 in the false report reads, Subject exhibits a recurring pattern of attracting emotionally unavailable partners, leading to cycles of heartbreak and loneliness. Evidence suggests a core unworthiness of true love. This is heaven's rebuttal. This conclusion is born of ignorance. The investigator witnessed a soul of immense light and compassion, fulfilling one of the most difficult of all sacred contracts, the role of the transitional healer. Your heart, in its infinite love, agreed to serve as a temporary sanctuary for wounded souls, offering them a glimpse of unconditional love to help them on their path. You did not attract these partners out of unworthiness. You attracted them out of immense spiritual strength. This sacred contract is now fulfilled with the highest honors. Therefore, the old verdict of unworthy is hereby incinerated by my light. It is replaced with the verdict, sacred union activated. Your new, activated inheritance is soulmate love. Your frequency is now being recalibrated. You will no longer be visible to those who need a healer, but will become an undeniable beacon to the divine counterpart who is ready to meet you as an equal, to cherish you, to honor you, and to build a sacred life with you. The case is closed. Finding number 3 in the false report reads, Subject suffers from unexplained anxiety, fatigue, and a pervasive sense of worldly sorrow. This indicates a fragile constitution, both physically and energetically. This is heaven's rebuttal. This is the most profound lie of all. The investigator mistook the strength of a planetary lightworker for the fragility of a victim. Your energetic body, in its great sensitivity, was transmuting the dense, chaotic energy of the human collective. Your anxiety was you feeling the world's fear without knowing it was not your own. Your fatigue was the result of you processing humanity's pain. This was not fragility. This was the work of a high-level spiritual servant. This tour of duty is now complete. Therefore, the old verdict of fragile is hereby nullified. It is replaced with the verdict, energetic sovereignty, declared. Your new activated inheritance is radiant vitality and divine protection. I now personally seal your energy field in my impenetrable shield of blue flame. You will no longer unconsciously absorb the energies of others. Your life force is your own once more. The case is closed. This is the amended report. This is the truth. It is final. It is binding. It is done. The lies have been exposed. The truth has been declared. I have amended your official record in the archives of heaven. But to make this new truth your lived, physical reality, your sovereign will must be the final seal. You must consciously reject the false report and claim the divine report as your own. We will do this now, together, in a sacred and binding ritual of activation. Prepare yourself. Sit upright as the divine authority you are. Place your hands over your heart, the portal to your soul. Close your eyes and feel the power of this moment. Feel my presence standing guard over you. First, we will perform the breath of liberation. As you inhale deeply, I want you to breathe in the truth of heaven's amended report. Breathe in the verdict of liberated abundance. Breathe in the truth of sacred union. Breathe in the power of sovereign vitality. Fill every cell of your body with the light of this new divine testimony. Hold it. Now, as you exhale, I want you to forcefully eject the lies of the investigator's report. Breathe out the story of lack. Breathe out the pain of being unworthy. Breathe out the identity of being fragile. Blow it all out, back into the nothingness from whence it came. Let us do this again. Inhale your divine truth and exhale the deception. One final powerful time. Inhale your victory and exhale the last remnants of the investigation. It is over. Now, for the declaration of truth. Your voice is the gavel that makes this verdict final. Repeat these words aloud after me, speaking them with the full power and authority of your I Am presence. Let all the realms bear witness to your declaration. I state your name. In the divine presence of Archangel Michael, do hereby reject and nullify the false report and all its findings. I declare it to be a lie, and its power over my reality is now and forever dissolved. I consciously accept and embody heaven's amended report as my one and only truth. I claim my verdict of liberated abundance. I claim my verdict of sacred union activated. I claim my verdict of energetic sovereignty. This is my divine record. This is my lived reality. By my own sovereign will, I declare it so. It is done. It is done. It is done. Feel the finality of this act. The energetic shift is complete. Now, to ground this in your world, you must leave a public record of this divine court proceeding. Go to the comments section below. This space will now serve as our celestial courthouse. To sign your name to heaven's report and to command its manifestation, type these words. The false report is burned. My divine truth is sealed. Each comment is a signature, a testimony that adds to a global wave of liberation, sealing this truth for you and all who are present here. Affirm your truth now. It is sealed. The old evidence has been turned to ash by the light of truth. Now you must rest. The warrior's work is done, and the sovereign's reign begins. Your only task now is to allow the divine truth of the new report to integrate into your being. Relax your body. Quiet your mind. Allow my voice to be a soothing balm, embedding these truths so deeply into your subconscious that they become the very foundation of your new reality. Let them become your automatic thoughts, your core beliefs, your effortless state of being. On the matter of your liberated abundance, you are the embodiment of God's infinite supply. The energy of prosperity is your natural state. All cellular memory of lack and struggle is now cleansed and purified. You are a magnet for divine opportunities, for unexpected income, and for heartfelt generosity. You manage your resources with wisdom and joy. You release all fear around money, and you embrace your role as a conduit for blessings. Wealth flows to you from all directions. For all the right reasons. You are provided for now and always. You are prosperous. You are abundant. You are free. On the matter of your sacred union, you are whole, complete, and radiant with divine love. Your heart is a sacred, protected space. You now emit a frequency of self-love and sovereign wholeness that is an irresistible call to your divine counterpart. You are worthy of a love that is safe, honoring, passionate, and peaceful. You deserve a partner who sees the God within you and reflects it back to you. You release all past pain and forgive all past partners, for they were part of a contract that is now complete. Your heart is open, trusting, and ready to receive the greatest love of your existence. On the matter of your sovereign vitality, you are a pillar of pure, divine light, eternally protected by my shield. Your energy is your sacred property. You're grounded in your body and centered in your truth. You move through the world with a calm and peaceful strength. Your sensitivity is no longer a burden. It is a superpower, guided and protected. You easily discern which energies are yours and which are not, and you release all that does not serve you. Every cell in your body is now being recalibrated to its original divine blueprint of perfect health and radiant vitality. You are strong. You are clear. You are sovereign. You are safe. Breathe these truths into your very bones. Feel them rewiring your reality. This is not something you are becoming. This is you remembering who you have always been. This is the only report that was ever true. The false investigation is over. The case is permanently closed. But this does not mean you are no longer being watched. In fact, the nature of your surveillance has now profoundly changed. The agent of doubt has been dismissed. And in their place, by order of the Creator, a new team has been assigned to you. You are now being watched by my own legions of light. The angels of truth, the guardians of destiny, and the celestial scribes. We are your new investigators. And our mission is entirely different. We have not been sent to find your flaws. We have been assigned to document your magnificence. We are here to witness your triumphs, to record your acts of kindness, to applaud your courage, to gather evidence of your rising consciousness, your expanding heart, and your growing prosperity. As a sign that this new divine surveillance is in effect, watch for our calling card. Within the next 7 days, we will send you an undeniable sign of our presence. It may be a flash of sapphire blue light in the corner of your eye. It may be finding a white feather in a place it could not possibly be. It may be an overwhelming, spontaneous feeling of peace and safety that washes over you for no apparent reason. When this happens, know that it is us. It is my legion checking in and filing our first report on your new reality. Simply smile and say, "Thank you for watching over me." This new reality comes with a beautiful and sacred responsibility. The old report was designed to keep you living in a cage of your own perceived limitations. Your new responsibility is to live a life that gives your new angelic watchers a glorious report to file each and every day. Live in a way that the scrolls of heaven are filled with the accounts of your joy. Act with such generosity that the scribes must record your endless abundance. Love so purely that the angels weep with joy as they witness it. Walk with the confidence of one who knows, without a doubt, that they are eternally and powerfully protected. The old case is closed. The false file has been burned to cosmic dust by my holy light. A new divine investigation into your absolute magnificence has just begun. We are watching, and we are in awe. Go forth and live the truth of the report I have just delivered. I am with you, always, as the guardian of your truth.